the Chinese entertainment world is buzzing again. Not because of a new scandal or the launch of a lavish project, but because of something fans have been waiting for, a hidden message from two big names who once shook Asia with the drama, the Untamed, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. The two have long been linked not only because of their on-screen chemistry, but also because of an inexplicable closeness that defies words. And now, a hidden message has once again opened the door to speculation that had previously only existed as rumors. It all began with an old radio interview that recently went viral on Chinese platforms. Xiao Zhan, with his signature soft voice, spoke about someone who always listens in silence and is present when everyone else leaves. This seemingly simple statement suddenly sparked hysteria among fans. They knew it wasn't just a casual remark. It was full of meaning and more than just nostalgia. The comments under the video almost all mentioned one name, Wang Yibo. Shortly after, social media was shocked by Xiao Zhan's appearance at a small cafe in Changsha, Wang Yibo's hometown. Though his visit seemed ordinary, some die-hard fans noticed an unmissable detail. A black bracelet with a small pendant identical to one Yibo had worn 2 years prior. Coincidence? Or a reminder that shouldn't be forgotten? Meanwhile, Wang Yibo also seemed to respond. In a vlog posted to his personal channel, Yibo showed his evening routine. He sat on the balcony, playing the guitar and singing an old song titled, "The Light You Gave Me." The song wasn't just any song. Longtime fans know it's one of the fan-made soundtracks for the story of Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji, the characters they portrayed in The Untamed. And that night, Yibo's voice sounded more emotional than usual. Instantly, the internet exploded. Clip after clip was compiled. Evidence after evidence was analyzed meticulously. From the position of his fingers on the guitar to the tone of his voice when mentioning a certain name. Fans seemed to become detectives solving a mystery. But behind all this madness, there was one undeniable thread. The bond between Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo was still alive, at least in the hearts of their fans. However, it wasn't just the fans who noticed. A former production crew member of The Untamed, who now works as a film editor, shared a memory on his Weibo account. He wrote, "There was a scene we res-hot 7 times, not because of technical errors, but because the two of them kept staring at each other, as if they had forgotten the camera was on." The post was quickly deleted, but screenshots had already spread widely, reigniting the flames of curiosity. Last week, a short poem written by Xiao Zhan was published in a literary magazine. The title was simple, "The Space Left Behind." It was filled with metaphors about loss, empty spaces, and someone who once filled every silence. Many interpreted the poem as a personal emotional expression, and of course, the target of interpretation pointed to one person. Even the style of the poem resembled a caption Yibo had posted on Xiao Zhan's birthday several years ago. As fans began connecting the dots, another surprise emerged. In a variety show featuring Wang Yibo, he was asked to choose between 3 scenarios: becoming a singer, a race car driver, or returning to acting in a BL drama. Without hesitation, he chose the last option, saying, "If the story is strong, I'm fine with it." Besides, some roles aren't finished in one season. The hosts laughed at the remark, but for fans, it felt like a ghost from the past emerging from behind the screen. A fanbase account with over 3 million followers created a lengthy thread compiling all these moments chronologically. The thread was titled, "The Unfading Trail." Within less than 24 hours, it garnered over 500,000 retweets and trended on Weibo. Many felt this was no longer mere speculation but a series of silent messages slowly piecing together a new story, that their relationship still had unfinished chapters. Behind all this, managers, agencies, and industry insiders remain silent. However, whispers behind the scenes suggest that requests for collaboration between the two actors continue to pour in. There is even one film project offer that reportedly explicitly mentions Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo in its initial script. Is this a sign that the universe is beginning to approve of their reunion? Of course, in the world of entertainment, full of illusions, nothing is certain. But feelings? Eyes searching for each other? Vague words that only 2 people understand? That's not just a coincidence. Many believe that no matter how high the walls are built between them, there is always a crack for light to enter, and love, if it exists, to find its way home. They may never speak openly. No confessions, no declarations. But that's the art of it. Their story is like a poem that can only be understood when read with the heart. In silence, they speak. In distance, they draw near. And in every step that seems to move them apart, there is a direction that leads them home. One fan wrote in a forum, "Love that cannot be seen does not mean it does not exist. Sometimes, the most sincere love is the one that cannot be spoken." That sentence was shared thousands of times, becoming a sort of mantra for the fan community that had faithfully followed the two stars for years. Whether by coincidence or fate, every time the world begins to forget, something always brings their names back to the surface. As if an invisible force refuses to bury this story. Every hidden message, every song, every glance, becomes a brick rebuilding the walls of their memories. Now, all that remains is time. Will they reunite on screen? Or will their story continue to live on in the shadows, as a legend that never truly ends? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo have left an indelible mark, both in the industry and in the hearts of those who believe that true love will always find its way. A few days ago, a fan managed to capture a rare moment. Amidst his busy schedule, Xiao Zhan was seen standing alone on a hotel balcony, gazing at the night sky with earphones in his ears. The faint melody heard in the recording left many speechless. The familiar tune of Unrestrained, the main theme song from The Untamed. Though it could have been a coincidence, fans know Xiao Zhan isn't the type to do anything without meaning. Perhaps that night, he was reminiscing about a time when everything felt more honest, warmer, and closer. Meanwhile, a fan account of Wang Yibo posted an image of a handwritten note believed to be from the actor's personal sketchbook. It read a sentence in ancient Chinese, roughly translating to, "If you leave first, I will stay here, because I know you will return." The sentence looked weathered, as if it had been written long ago. However, the faded ink couldn't hide the powerful meaning. Many wondered who he was referring to. But some of them already knew the answer without needing an explanation. There was also a small moment that occurred during a fan meeting a few months ago. A fan asked Wang Yibo if he was still on good terms with the cast of The Untamed. He smiled, looked down for a moment, then spoke softly, "There are people who don't need to speak often to stay close." The words immediately sparked cheers and tears among the audience. Because the answer wasn't just about professionalism. It was about feeling, which remains even as time and distance keep moving forward. The media began to notice the oddity in their behavior patterns. When their new projects were announced, their release dates often coincided. Some speculated that it was intentional, a form of silent code, that they were still walking side by side, even if not on the same stage. Like two parallel lines that know they will never truly drift apart. They play by the world's rules, but their hearts remember the beginning of everything. Behind all that lies a heavy silence. Not because they don't want to speak, but because they know, sometimes, the truest love is kept in silence. Not to be flaunted, not to be proven with hugs in front of cameras. But enough with one song, one poem, or one smile that can only be understood by those who have been at the same point. Like two shadows searching for each other behind the curtain of time. And when night falls and all the lights go out, only one thing remains: hope. Hope that the two stars that once shone together will once again illuminate the same sky. Even if only for a moment. Even if only in silence.